Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, 7 September 2025, we have the total lunar eclipse in the sign of Aquarius, where Moon and Rahu will be conjunct in the sign of Aquarius. And I am in DrickPanchang.com. And Sun, Ketu, and Mercury will be in the sign of Leo, opposite to Aquarius. Venus in the sign of Cancer, Mars and Saturn opposite each other in the sign of Virgo and Pisces, respectively. And Jupiter, as always, is in the sign of Gemini. So, this is a very, very, very interesting eclipse. And this eclipse will show energies where things are moving towards completion. All right. So, today we are going to discuss for every ascendant. But before that, I'm very happy to announce my upcoming India trip. So, I will be in Bharat from the month of October. So, I'll be in Mumbai, Delhi, and Guwahati also. And I'll also visit Ayodhya. I might visit Chennai and I also might visit Pune, but I'm not sure. But at least Mumbai, Delhi, and Guwahati, these are sure short places. So Mumbai, I'll be there from 13th to 18th of October, and Delhi, I'll be there from 27th October till 25th of November, long time. And Ayodhya, I'll be there on 25th and 26th November, and Guwahati, I will be there from 1st of December till 15th of January 2026. So during this period, if you would like to have a personalized one-on-one consultation with me, you're most welcome to send me an email at exoticastrology@gmail.com. My team will get back to you with all the different offers, and there are special offers for those who register before 15th of September. So if you want to have a personalized one-on-one reading with me, please don't delay. Please send the email at the earliest so that you can book the slot. All right. Excited to see all of you. So first, we go to Aries. So, for Aries, this is an amazing period because your completion is happening in the 11th house. Yes, yes, yes. Moon Rahu completion. So, there will be powerful breakthroughs in your long term relationships. Please understand, the 11th house always shows long term gains, it does not show quick pleasures. Okay. So, long term goals, dreams, hopes, wishes, aspirations, and it shows something is completing, like some fruit of the past is coming into completion, something. Okay, now what that is, it will depend on your chart, and now you can see certain things will manifest. Okay, so now, for example, if in your chart it is indicated that your dashas are positive for marriage, so then it can happen that during this time, because 11th house is also the house of marriage, your marriage may be finalized, or you may meet somebody, love marriage, arranged marriage, either ways, as your chart indicates. And also, if you are already married, you might want to have children and you might get some good news. Okay, who knows? So therefore, there could be sudden gains through networking, friends, or influential people. So therefore, be a bit watchful of the people that you're meeting. They might end up giving you some big news, big recommendation. All right. So therefore, if you have any event coming up, any networking event, it could be professional or even personal also, please make sure that you go, you attend it. Okay, that's very, very, very important, because otherwise you may miss out all this all these opportunities which this eclipse might bring for you. Okay, now, there could be new opportunities also, but primarily it is like, it's like saying there is a completion, which means you have been trying something for very long and then finally it completes. Okay. That's how it is. And there could be new karmic cycles related to your desires, which means one desire is completed. Now you go to the next desire. Okay. So there could be recognition, and 11th house, as you know, is, the second from the 10th. So it is name, fame, power, position, authority, luck, everything, anything good in your life is the 11th house. Okay, and 11th house also shows your elder sibling, so there could be some support, or your elder sibling might need some of your support. Okay, so therefore you may now get new wishes, the wish list may now increase. Okay, so old things are ticked and there are new things which you want to tick. Okay, so therefore this is a fantastic period for you, Aries. Depending on your chart, depending on your dashas, please utilize this time. And most important is, I am saying it once again, hammering it again and again, don't miss networking events and go and network. You will be successful. Aries ascendant, please take care. All right. Now, we go to the next ascendant, which is Taurus. For you, Taurus, this is in the sign of Aquarius, which is your 10th house. This is phenomenal. Name, fame, power, position, authority, you name it, and it's there. All right. So, Taurus, please understand this eclipse for you can give you great clues about what do you want to do in your professional life, what do you want to do in your career. This eclipse may be like the trigger, okay, trigger not for new events, but it might be the trigger where it shows you, okay, that's it, I am done with this. I don't want to pursue this path for the next 30 years, next 50 years. I want to do something totally different. Okay, so it might be a situation where you get some new opportunity, but at the same time it could also mean you voluntarily leave your current job and you start your own business. So it may not mean that you suddenly start your business, but it means there is a introspection. Lunar eclipses are more about introspection. What is going on inside, what's going on internally. You are thinking, and you are wondering, what's life about, all about. Is it just about career and like all this, or there is something more to life? Okay, so therefore please understand that this is a period which will give you the best opportunity to look life with a different lens. So till now you might have been feeling that, oh yeah, I have to do something in my career for food, okay, but maybe now that's not the concern. You have worked for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, but yeah, now your concern is, I want to be happy in life, apart from having money, of course. So therefore you may want career recognition, you may yeah, you may want all the good things in profession, nothing wrong with it, but now you will ask, okay, is this in alignment with my potential? So if you have any plan for some side hustle, some business, or you want to invest somewhere, you want to buy real estate, whatever it is, okay, you want to do something big, okay, so therefore some karmic cycle is completing. Now what that is, that will depend on your chart, okay, and you might also want to change your status or reputation, or how people perceive you, in image transformation, okay. So therefore you will have a lot of innovation, you might want to do something new, but it is more like an internal thing, may not be too much external. So internally you may want to radically change everything, anything and everything that represents you and your profession. All right, so therefore this is a fantastic period for you. Introspect and go to the next level if required. All right, Taurus, all the best. Now we go to the next, which is Gemini. So for you, Gemini, this is in the ninth house. Ninth house is the most powerful of all the trikonas, right? The fifth, ninth, and the first also is a trikona and a kendra combined. So the ninth house is the house of God. God is there with you all the time. Just look to Him and you'll find Him. That's it. Thank you. No, there's much more to that. So this is a lunar eclipse, which means this is more of an internal thing. Okay. Now, this might mean, depending on your chart, that you will start becoming more and more spiritual internally. Or now you may be doing your spiritual practices, or ninth house also shows, spiritual breakthroughs, philosophical insights, higher education, master's, PhD. It can show pilgrimages, it can show divine inspiration, it can show religious community, spiritual gatherings, satsang program, all these things, okay? It can show your father, it can show your guru, it can show your Ishta Devata, it can show God, it can show anything which inspires you to become a better human being. All right. So therefore, there can be completion in regards to these areas of your life. So for example, maybe you are studying something and now you're like, okay, now I have fully understood what this subject means. Maybe you are studying something and now you feel, no, I need a mentor. So now you have finalized in your mind, yes, now I will need a mentor. Okay. So this is brilliant because This is a situation where you can actually try to summarize everything for yourself and also get succinct information from people who are more experienced. So basically mentors, right? So therefore, there could be foreign travel also. There could be you might want to become a teacher. Okay, there could be a desire in you that yeah, I have so much knowledge by grace of God. I've learned it from many places. Why not I share this? Okay, and at the same time, you may also believe that you need a teacher. Okay, so it could be either ways. You want a teacher or you want to become a teacher. All right, so either ways, it's great because you will now know ins and outs of the subject that you are studying. It could be anything. You may be 50 years old, you may be studying astrology. Okay, doesn't matter. You don't have to be a youngster. Okay, but whatever it is, look for divine inspiration, uh, divine connection, okay, with God, with your spiritual master, with your guru, with everybody, and then you will go to the next level. You'll become your best version. So great time, Gemini. All the best. Now we go to Cancer. Cancer, eighth house. Eighth house is the graveyard, right? So what does it mean? You go to a graveyard? No, not necessarily physically, which means you may not see destruction in your life, but mentally you will feel like, I need to search for something. I need to look for something which is like it's there somewhere, but it's still not there, but it's still there. You might have a desire to know something which you want to know, but you don't know where to start. Okay, so it's a very tricky situation because you are trying to know something which you don't know if it even exists. For example, your basha is indicating it's a great time for career. So then this eclipse can mean you are trying your best to experiment. What is going on? What is good in my career? What is good? Should I change my domain? Should I do this? Should I do that? Research. Eighth house is research, right? So you may have this tendency where you may want to go so deep into something that you may just forget yourself. Okay. So therefore, for you, it's very important that you understand that this is not just a thing in my life. It is something very critical. It is something very important. So when you think of this, then you realize that yes, I need to be sincere and I need to have discipline, because the problem with this transit is for you, Cancer, you may realize that you are going into something, then you are not happy, you are going into something else, you are just jumping like a monkey from one place to the other. So that could be a difficult situation. Okay, so therefore please understand, you need to calm down your mind, and for this you must chant Om Namo Narayanaya, this mantra 108 times every day morning. You must chant it. Okay, so this will be brilliant for you if you do this. If you can do this, fantastic. Okay, so please do this every day, and also if required, if possible, you can fast. Okay, so fasting can be done on Mondays or on Thursdays also, and try to have a good sleep, because during this eclipse cycle, because of the eighth house, your sleep might be disrupted, or you may get too much overwhelmed by information. Okay, this is happening, that is happening, this, that, blah 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 blah. Okay, and at the end you may feel, oh, what is this, like I'm not able to come out of it. Okay, so therefore, if you feel you are going too much into something, then try to come out of it temporarily and then go inside again. All right, otherwise you may get into depression at times, temporarily. All right, so therefore, great time for research, but don't consume yourself. Take care. Okay, so now we go to Leo Lagna. Leo, what's going on? For you, Leo, it's the seventh house, the favorite house of the sun, right? Oh my God, sun gets debilitated in the sign of Libra, which is sign number 7, right? Nonetheless, you have this transit. So, what is the seventh house? Seventh house represents every other human being that you meet. The highest manifestation of the seventh house is, of course, your spouse, husband, wife. Okay, because they represent those people who you always see. most of your life you will see your spouse, right? So therefore, this eclipse in the seventh house may force you to look at life from their perspective. And of course, this is an eclipse of completion, so it is possible that there could be, some karmic patterns in your relationships or in your marriage which could reach a culmination. Okay, so for example, maybe you and your spouse, you are arguing about something, and then you are like, oh yeah, yeah, now we should not argue, we have come to truce. Okay, you have reached a settlement, a negotiation, and for you, your negotiations are quite painful because at times you want everything for yourself. Which is fine, that's how you are as a person, which is not necessarily wrong, but at times it can become dictatorial. Okay, so therefore you need to understand that this transit is a period where I have to understand how other people are. Why do I need to understand? Because if you don't understand that, you will not develop maturity. Because at the end, if you want to be successful in life, you need other people. You can't just do it yourself. That's not possible. Okay, you got to have other people. If you don't have others, that's very bad. You will not be able to succeed. You can't go very far. Okay, you can go a bit far, not too far. Okay, so therefore there could be, new something new might come up in your marriage. New in the sense, like something has reached into its completion, and then now you are looking, okay, what's next in my marriage? Okay, so this could also be applicable to your clients, your business partners, and yeah, there could be increased desire in you for a companionship. So if you are single, you may have a desire like, okay, now I'm mentally prepared, I want to get married. So either love marriage, arranged marriage, whatever it is, you want emotional compatibility, you want to be with somebody, you want to experience life with somebody, you want to share. Okay, so therefore this is the perfect time to look for a relationship or marriage and to finalize your marriage if you are already in a relationship. Take care, Leo. All right, so now we go to Virgo. Virgo, what's going on? Sixth house. Sixth house, sixth house, sixth house. Virgo, sixth house. Great. Oh, yeah, yes, and no, actually. See, for you, you are the original sixth house because you are sign number six, right? But does it mean it all that it is always good? Is it always nice? Is it always easy? No, certainly not. See, for you, the transit in the sixth house can make you a bit too obsessed with perfection, okay, a bit too obsessed with yourself. So because of that, what can happen is you may lose the bigger picture while fixing out, small details. All right, so therefore, if you are in a position where you have to do something critical, like for example, you are at a position where you have to find faults with people or you have to correct people. Okay, so either ways, you are in a position where you have to discriminate, or maybe discernment is required. Okay, like this is good, this is bad, this is right, this is wrong. So then you need to be careful that you don't hurt somebody, because now what can happen is you may only continue to see faults. Okay, and sixth house, as you know, is the house of diseases, and yeah, sixth house is legality, it shows competition. So there could be completion, some health issue may come up which is finally giving you clarity what is wrong with your health, or you may finally decide, okay, I want to follow this diet, this structure. Okay, so completion of a health or legal matter could also be there. Okay, so some legal matter might be getting completed. You may win or lose depending on your dashas, of course. So your daily routines may need structuring. You may decide, okay, I will follow this technique. Okay, very important. And this is a time where you should invest in doing seva. Okay, so opportunity to shine through service or healing, or yeah, at times competitiveness also. So if you feel you have become a bit lazy, then this is the perfect time for getting into form. All right, and going into competitive environments, that will be very good for you. And most importantly, something will complete, like for example, some debt scenario or something to do with your enemies, or some loan is getting over, new loan is starting, something like that. Some completion will be there. Okay, so you need to be patient, you need to have inner strength to deal with the challenges. And please understand, Virgo, don't take everything personally. Otherwise, what will happen is you will feel very miserable. All right, so take it slow, take it easy, and it will be good. Take care, Margot. Now we go to Tula Lagna, Libra Lagna. What is going on? This eclipse is in your fifth house. Fifth house is one of the trikonas, right? Trines, Dharma Trikon, perfect placement. Moon, Rahu in the fifth. Very, very, very powerful placement. Why? Because fifth house shows your creativity. Yes, that's it. Creativity. Now, creativity is not superficial. It's not like singing, dancing, cooking, painting, or yeah, some random. Playing golf, cricket. No, it's not creativity. That is the external manifestation of creativity. But creativity at a higher level shows your desire to do something for others. It is basically a desire to serve others. Okay, think about it. That's exactly what creativity is. So there could be completion, like for example, you may complete a creative project, or some romantic phase can come into completion. There could be a situation where you decide, oh, this relation is not working, it will not work, I have to end it, so I'm giving a breakup, or the other person gives a breakup to you. Or you may decide, okay, that's it, I have experienced this relationship, now we need to get married. Okay, so it's like going to the next level, so next level commitment. Okay, so some making something more authentic, basically. That is what the fifth house is, right? And that is what the eclipse does. So there could be karmic fruits which may come. You may take new commitments in terms of chanting mantras, spiritual practices, or studies. Like anything that you enjoy studying. It is not like, okay, master's, PhD, or something. It shows anything. It could be astrology. It could be health, fitness, finance, real estate, anything it could be. Okay, that will depend on your chart. And if you already are married, this may be a period where you may decide, yes, now I should have children. And if you already have children, this is the best period where you may want to spend more time with your children, because you may realize something is going wrong. Okay, so children, progeny matters. They will need some clarity from your side, and you will want to express yourself joyfully. Okay, so during this period, it is imperative that you give yourself to others. Okay, you give yourself, like give yourself selflessly. The more you give yourself, the more you realize you will become more creative inside. Okay, and that will help you become a better individual. That will help you become more happy and more stable, more structured, more jolly, more fulfilled, and more spiritual. So therefore, please look at your creative traits, expand on them, and reflect on relationships with your children, especially. All right. And don't forget to serve others. Take care, Libra. Okay, Scorpio ascendant. Haha, fourth house. Fourth house, powerful house, right? It's the house of the house. Fourth house is the home, right? It's also the house, actually. So, fourth house, very, very, very important. Why? Because moon gets digbali, directional strength, in the fourth house, right? So, for you, the fourth house is even more important, Scorpio. Eternally important. Why? Because the planet moon, which is the original lord of the fourth sign, Cancer, gets debilitated in your sign, which is the sign of Scorpio, right? So anybody who has moon in Scorpio has a moon in debility. Okay. So therefore, for you, it could be a situation where emotional peace, tranquility, stability, or home related matters, they could need some kind of closure. Very, very, very important. So you may feel that, there should be some sense of grounding. There should be some sense of stability and purpose in my life. Why I am doing something, what I am doing, why I am doing. Okay. So rather than seeing what you are doing, you will be more interested in seeing why are you doing something. So that is a brilliant position to be in. So therefore, This is a period where you will reflect upon your reflections, because fourth house is very reflect, and eclipses are like super reflection, right? So you are reflecting upon the things that you reflect. So it's like super emotional period, right? Emotional, not in a derogatory sense. It's not that you are in depression, you are crying, but you are thinking about what you are thinking. Yeah, it's a very powerful thing, because it can actually change your course of life. Okay. And also, if you are wanting to buy real estate, maybe you may find a property, so some closure is happening. Okay. Or some karma related to your mother, there might be completion in that. Okay. So this is a very strong placement, strong transit for you, because this can impact you very positively or very negatively. Okay. So therefore, please chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya 108 times every day morning. That will help you. And please do not compromise with your mental health, your mental peace, your inner stability. Put that as your foundation. Okay. And there could be some change in your foundation also, like you want to shift to a different city, or you have a change of thought process. You want to think in a different way. So therefore, such things are very good, because they will help you go to the next level. All right. So it's a good period for you, but make sure you chant this mantra. All right, Scorpio, take care. All right, we go to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what's going on? This is in your third house, right? Third house. Third house, Rahu, very, very, very powerful position, but it can give you anxiety because the moon is involved. See, the third house is the 12th from the fourth house. Fourth house is originally the sign of Cancer, which is ruled by the moon, right? Fourth sign, actually. So you need to understand, during this period, you may want to go and start something in social media. Like, your desire of starting something in social media may reach its conclusion. Okay, completion. So which means you have decided, okay, now I want to start writing articles in LinkedIn, or I want to start writing articles, for uh, yeah, or short posts in X, formerly Twitter. Or you may say, oh, I want to make Instagram reels. Okay, very good. Or long videos, YouTube. Okay. Or you want to go into threads. Okay, Snapchat, TikTok, whatever. You want to put yourself out. So you have decided. And also, it also shows that there could be a completion related to some skill which you have. Okay, so some skill based pursuit could be there, which means you might have been learning something, and now it might be a time where you feel, okay, I have mastered this, so now I want to go to the next level. Okay. So interview preparations can reach completion, you may get some new job, so either ways it depends on your chart. But most importantly, this is a period where you will want to share yourself, share your knowledge, your ideals, your thought processes, and you will want to have bold communication. Okay, this is very, very, very important. Now you may have a desire of becoming more assertive, or if you are already very assertive, you may become even more assertive. But make sure you don't bully others. Okay, there's a very thin line between being assertive and being bullying others. Okay. So therefore, media, internet, social media, writing, preaching, communication, these things will be on cards. Okay, at least for the next 6 months. And now you will have the courage to put yourself out in front of people. And this is very interesting. Third house shows social media, and third house is also the house of courage. So what does it mean? It means to be in social media, you need a lot of courage, because people will write a lot of nonsense. There are many people who will come and abuse you. They will do all sorts of things which are not good. So you will have to be patient. All right. So Sagittarius, please understand, this is a great period. Put yourself out and be courageous. Take care. All right, Capricorn, Capricorn ascendant. This is your second house eclipse. Aquarius is in your house number 2. Phenomenal period for wealth accumulation, wealth strategy, finalization. So maybe it's a period where you had decided, okay, I want to invest in gold, I want to invest in crypto, I want to invest in stock, I want to invest in bond, I want to invest in real estate, or I want to put my money in the bank and get into a FD. Okay, whatever it is, there is some completion. So you have realized what's important for me to make more money. Okay, what is important for me in terms of my family, because the second house also shows family. Okay, so there could be some completion in terms of, like a karmic cycle might be completed in relation to your family or finances, or could be your speech also. Second house also shows your speech, right? And these things might move towards completion in a way that you either like or you don't. So that will depend on your chart. Okay, so there could be fruition, but it could be like, okay, this strategy is not working, I'm not making money in this mutual fund, so I will leave it. Leave not the money but the strategy, you shift to another mutual fund. Okay, so it always does not mean it is good, but there will be some change and you will get more understanding. Okay, so it will bring clarity for you, and it will also bring realignment. Okay, very, very, very important. And you will now want to save money, and you will check how much money have I saved. Okay, I was earning, but did I save money? No. Okay, and second house also shows your self-worth, so you will now question, what is worthy, like yeah, is it worthy of only working, is it worthy of just, is it good to just earn money, or is it good to just stay with this person or with this family member? Either ways, you'll become very introspective about your family and your assets, and you will think what I can do differently. Okay, and you may also want to move towards, family healing, like, some member of your family may need some healing, emotional healing, or whatever, financial support. So there could be shifts with your family members, and that may be good or bad for you depending on your chart, but nonetheless you will now want to make a decision. Okay, this family member is not behaving properly with me, maybe I should maintain distance. Okay, this family member is good, warm, so maybe I should spend more time. Okay, so that is how it is, that is how you will actually know. Okay, so this is a good period for you to reevaluate your assets, your net worth, and your family. So if you do that, you will be very happy, Capricorn. Take care. All right, Aquarius, with transit is in your first house, very, very powerful eclipse in the Lagna itself. It will change you completely. Oops. Change you in a good way or in a bad way? Well, that, see, 1/12 of the world population are Aquarius ascendant. So that we cannot predict in general. For that, you need to check your chart. If dashas are good, this will be a good eclipse. If dashas are not good, then this may be a difficult eclipse. Okay. So there will be major re-innovation and reinvention of whom? Of yourself. Because now, as I said initially, this is an eclipse of completion, right? So there will be completion. Completion of what? It could be anything, like new identity. You have understood, okay, I should not do this, I should do that. Okay, so either ways, you understand that this is a time where I have to change myself, and that change might be painful. I don't deny that, but it will be a period where, yeah, you will have a new clarity in life, you will have a new vision. Okay, and along with that, you will want to become somebody different. Different means not that you want to pretend to be like somebody else, but you will want to become a different version of your own self. You will want to become a better version, because you will realize that certainly certain things that used to work in the past, they are not working anymore. So now you will have a tendency to disassociate yourself from things which, yeah, which don't like, yeah, which kind of don't make sense to you now. Okay, so maybe you are a YouTuber and you are making videos from many years on certain topics, but now you don't identify. Okay, so you do something else. Okay, so either ways, you are shedding this, old emotional baggages that you had, or rather you are trying to change. You have not shed it as of now. It will take some time. and you want to reinvent yourself and find a higher purpose. Like you will constantly keep asking this question, like, who am I? What the hell am I doing in this world? Like, what are my family members? What is my spouse doing? What am I doing? Children. So Lagna is everything. So your health, your appearance, confidence, your assertiveness, your ego, your mind, your intellect, like everything in life is the ascendant, right? So you will become conscious about every single area of life. And therefore, this could be the best period for you if you utilize it properly. So anything that helps you to become a better individual, always choose that, even if it is hard. All right, Aquarius, take care. Now we go to Pisces. Pisces Lagna. Incredible, right? Last but not the least, as always, this is happening in your 12th house. 12th house. You are the 12th sign. And this is happening in your 12th house, right? Your original sign number 12. So it's like homecoming. So this means this is a time for spiritual enlightenment. Now, does it mean you will become enlightened spiritually? Not necessarily. You may become to some extent. But what this means is that this is a period where you have to consciously make efforts to elevate your consciousness. Yeah. You have to consciously elevate your consciousness. It's not easy because the 12th house shows you what you lost in life. So therefore, everybody loses something in life, right? So now it is time for you that you make peace with it. Like, you lost something, it's fine. You make peace with it, okay? You lost something and you're like, okay, I'm still not able to get over it. It could be money, it could be your asset, it could be, your loved one, or somebody you thought you would have spent the rest of your life with. So either ways, this is a period where you need to find out, how can I not stay in the past? How can I leave my past? Very, very, very important. Otherwise, what will happen is you will become very hateful and vengeful inside. Okay, that's not good. So this is a time for spiritual elevation. Best for doing meditation, chanting mantras, looking towards moksha, bhakti, and also divine connection. Where do you find divine connection? Not randomly, superficially. Oh, divine, divine, divine. No, 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 like that. When you go to spiritual communities, you meet sadhus, you meet saints, you learn from them, you hear from them, and that is how you get transformation. Okay. And during this period, there could be a lot of hidden, fears or subconscious karmas that you have. And now you may want to make peace with it. And you might want to become detached. You are like, okay, this did not happen, and that's fine. Okay. So therefore, along with it, there could be, foreign connections, dreams. Your dream about going to a foreign country may be fulfilled, as this is an eclipse of completion, and you may want to become more charitable also. All right. So therefore, if you are in a position where you want to give something to others, don't think, just give it. All right. And make peace with your past and try to elevate your consciousness, become more spiritual, become more detached, and look towards God. All right. So thank you so much, everybody. God is there with you all the time. Just look to Him and you'll find Him. Take care.